At nearly 80 years old, Michelle Phillips, the sole surviving member of the Mamas and the Papas, bears the weight of a challenging childhood marked by disturbing memories. Despite the passage of time, the haunting echoes of her painful memories persist, casting a perpetual shadow on her perspective. To gain insight into Michelle's journey and the adversity she has faced, delve into the compelling narrative presented in this video until the end of Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas is now about 80. How she lives is sad. Try not to gasp. Early years. A harmonious beginning in Long Beach. Speak of people who have woven their voices into the very fabric of musical history, and the name Michelle Phillips resonates with an enduring melody. Born with the name Holly Michelle Gilliam on June 4, 1944 in Long Beach, California, she embarked on a journey as a key figure in music history. In the 1960s, she made a lasting impact with her folk rock contributions. Michelle, the second child of Joyce Leone and Garter Burnett Gilliam, had a diverse family background that included maritime and mining connections. Her family roots extended to places like Walla Walla, Washington, and Erie, British Columbia. Michelle's childhood was not without challenges. Her mother battled heart problems from childhood rheumatic fever, leading to subacute endocarditis. Michelle's family history also linked her to her grandfather, Marcus Gilliam, who worked as a miner and hotelier. The family's influence went as far as having Gilliam County, Oregon, named after them. Michelle had an older sister named Russell Ann, adding another layer to her family story. Her mother's health struggles offer insight into the personal challenges within Michelle's family. Exploring Michelle Phillips's early life not only unveils the journey of a future icon, but also highlights the complexities of a family history marked by diversity and health trials. The connections, from Gilliam County to Michelle's roots, paint a vivid picture of the influences that shaped her path. Michelle's tragic loss. Michelle's life took a heartbreaking turn when she was just 5 years old. Her mother, grappling with health issues, faced a grave situation. Eventually, Michelle's mother, Joyce Leone Poole, succumbed to a brain hemorrhage, leaving Michelle and her sister to navigate the profound loss. Reflecting on those difficult times, Michelle vividly recalled her mother's illness. She remembered how, aware of her limited time, her mother would lie on the couch in the evenings. Gardner Gilliam, Michelle's father, became a source of comfort as he read to her. One fateful night, after Michelle and her sister had been put to bed, tragedy struck. Her mother's condition took a sudden turn for the worse. She raised her head briefly, then fell unconscious on the couch, marking the tragic end of Joyce Leone's life. In the aftermath of this devastating loss, Gardner Gilliam felt the need for a change of scenery to aid the family's healing process. Thus, he decided to relocate the family, which included Michelle and her older sister Russell Ann, to Buffalo, New York. In Buffalo, Gardner found work as a bartender, and the family lived there for approximately 9 months. This move represented a significant shift from their previous life in California. However, Buffalo was not destined to be their permanent home. The family soon returned to California, finding a new settling place in Pasadena. Despite the series of relocations that marked Michelle's life, Pasadena became a stable environment for her continued growth and development. The resilience of the family in the face of tragedy and the subsequent relocations shaped Michelle's journey. Each move contributed to her experiences and molded her character. Through these challenging circumstances, Michelle learned to adapt, finding strength in the memories of her mother and the support of her father. As Michelle continued to grow in Pasadena, she carried the lessons from her past, embracing the stability the city offered. New life in Mexico. In June 1951, just 2 days after Michelle celebrated her 7th birthday, her family set off on a new adventure. They were bound for Mexico City, where Michelle's father, Gardner, had enrolled to study sociology at Mexico City College on the government issue bill. This marked the beginning of a fresh chapter in their lives. For the next 6 years, Michelle called Mexico City home. She attended public schools and gradually became fluent in Spanish, making it her primary written language throughout her childhood. Despite this, she would later master writing in English. The family lived in the Rasur district of Quimoc, an area celebrated for its vibrant culture and rich history. In this foreign land, Michelle, her father, and her sister embraced a unique adventure, immersing themselves in a different culture. Michelle fondly remembered how these experiences helped them cope with the loss of their mother. Rather than succumbing to grief, they emerged as strong, independent, and free individuals. At the age of 13, Michelle, along with her father and sister, returned to the United States, bringing the richness of their Mexican experiences to Los Angeles. It was in Los Angeles that Michelle entered a new phase of her life, forming a lasting childhood friendship with Sue Lyon, a connection that would play a significant role in her teenage years. Michelle's educational journey in Los Angeles unfolded across various high schools, including Alexander Hamilton High School and Marshall High School. She demonstrated a diverse range of interests and talents, actively engaging in sports and nurturing a passion for music. Michelle studied piano, guitar, and cello, showcasing her multifaceted and creative nature. However, her academic journey took a turbulent turn during her sophomore year at Marshall High School. Michelle found herself in trouble for skipping classes and attempting to avoid the consequences by forging absence permission slips. Unfortunately, her actions led to expulsion from Marshall High School. Undeterred, she transferred to Eagle Rock High School, where she continued her education, navigating the challenges and seizing the opportunities that lay ahead in her young life. Modeling era. Back in the early 1961, when Michelle Phillips was just 17, she left her hometown and headed to San Francisco to live with her friend Tamar Hodel. There, she started a gig as a model, posing for ads like Lucky Lear beer and Cole bathing suits. But San Francisco wasn't just about work for Michelle. She jumped into the city's music scene and lively nightlife, loving the rebellious vibe of the time. Michelle and Tamar stood out with their cool styles, always making a statement. A special friend named Eddie, who was openly gay in a time when it was unusual, became a big part of Michelle's life. Eddie's pride and talent for making them look fabulous with unique hairstyles and bold outfits stuck with Michelle. Even though money was tight, Michelle only remembered feeling really hungry once. San Francisco became the exciting backdrop for a crucial time in her life. The city's cool counterculture set the scene for Michelle's life to take a big turn, where modeling mixed with the rhythm of a cultural revolution. In the early 1960s, San Francisco was like a colorful painting for Michelle's story. Modeling gigs mixed with the city's lively vibe, filled with friends, celebrating individuality, and the thumping beat of a cultural revolution. Love Sparks Band Journey. In the summer of 1961, Michelle's life took a turn at a bustling city club. It was there that she crossed paths with John Phillips, who at the time was touring California with his band, The Journeymen. Despite John being in a marriage, their encounter sparked an undeniable connection, leading him to make the difficult decision to divorce his first wife. On December 31st, 1962, Michelle, just 18 years old, entered into marriage with John, marking the beginning of a transformative chapter in her life. This union went beyond the personal realm, as Michelle seamlessly became an integral part of the iconic folk rock band, the Mamas and the Papas, alongside her husband. The newlyweds embarked on a significant journey together, relocating to the vibrant city of New York. It was in this dynamic environment that their creative journey as songwriters began to unfold. The foundation for the formation of their legendary band, the Mamas and the Papas, was laid in the energetic streets of New York City. Michelle's influence and artistic contributions played a crucial role in shaping the band's identity. The Mamas and the Papas soon emerged as an iconic presence in the music industry, blending harmonies and melodies that resonated with a generation. This story of Michelle and John Phillips reflects not only a whirlwind romance, but also the birth of a musical legacy. Their journey, starting from a chance encounter, paved the way for a profound impact on the folk rock genre. The love affair between Michelle and John, against the backdrop of their musical endeavors, remains a captivating chapter in music history today. The band faces challenges. Michelle Phillips, not only a captivating performer, but also a talented songwriter, played a crucial role in co-writing some of the band's most cherished hits. One standout track was the timeless classic California Dreamin', a gem featured on the group's debut album, If You Can Believe Your Eyes and Ears, released in 1966. Despite the initial harmony, the Mamas and the Papas faced a tumultuous period during the recording of their second album. Michelle's involvement with Gene Clark of the Byrds came to light, adding a layer of complexity to the band's dynamics. This revelation followed an earlier forgiven affair between Michelle and her bandmate Denny Doherty, inspiring the creation of the song I Saw Her Again. Interestingly, despite past reconciliations, this time, John Phillips was determined to address the situation differently. Michelle's affair with Gene Clark prompted Phillips, along with Cass Elliot and Denny Doherty, to consult their attorney and record label. The result was a letter of expulsion served to Michelle Phillips, marking a significant departure from the band. This event signaled a turning point for the Mamas and the Papas, reshaping their musical journey by altering the group's composition and interpersonal dynamics. The departure of Michelle Phillips left an enduring impact on the band's history, underscoring the intricate interplay between personal relationships and musical collaborations. What becomes of the band? In June 1966, Michelle Phillips faced a brief departure from the Mamas and the Papas, but was rehired on August 23 after realizing her replacement, Jill Gibson, lacked Michelle's stage presence and unique charisma. With Michelle back, the group embarked on an East Coast tour, gracing cities like Washington District of Columbia, Baltimore, and performing at Fordham University in New York City. After their East Coast tour, the band returned to California, settling in Los Angeles. There they recorded their third album, The Mamas and the Papas Deliver, released in 1967. This marked a significant chapter in their musical journey. In June 1967, Michelle Phillips and the band participated in the iconic Monterey Pop Festival in California. This historic event showcased influential California-based counterculture musicians and psychedelic rock acts. Michelle vividly described the experience as beautiful and unique, leaving a lasting impression on her. Despite the festival's impact, the Mamas and the Papas performed their final live show at the Hollywood Bowl in August 1967. This marked the conclusion of a noteworthy chapter in the band's history. In 1968, Michelle recorded her last album with the band, The Papas and the Mamas. Around the same time, her life went through big changes. In February 1968, she became a mom to Chinna Phillips, who later became a famous singer in the 1990s group, Wilson Phillips. Sadly, Michelle's marriage to John Phillips wasn't going well, and they filed for divorce in May 1969. The Mamas and the Papas officially broke up in 1971, just before releasing their final album, People Like Us. They made this album to meet their contract with the record label. In 1969, while still part of the band, Michelle started acting. She took a role in Graham Parsons' science fiction film, Saturation 70, acting alongside notable people like Nudie Khan, Anita Penberg, and Julian Jones, the 5-year-old son of Rolling Stones guitarist Brian Jones. Unfortunately, the film was never finished and became a lost film, so Michelle's early acting attempt didn't materialize. The next year, after the Mamas and the Papas broke up, Michelle continued with her life. Michelle's acting journey triumph. Michelle Phillips enthusiastically pursued an acting career, enrolling in classes in Los Angeles. Despite her already established income from band royalties, she delved into acting, guided by Peggy Fury, honing her skills from the ground up. In 1971, Michelle's debut film role came in Dennis Hopper's The Last Movie, albeit minor, sparking a whirlwind romance with Hopper. Their marriage on October 31, 1970 was short-lived, lasting only 8 days. Undeterred, Michelle's career gained momentum, landing a lead role in the 1973 thriller Dillinger as John Dillinger's girlfriend, Billy Frechette. To secure the role, she claimed Native American heritage, aligning with her character. Her performance received acclaim, with Variety praising her successful transition from music to acting. This marked a turning point in her career. 2 years after her brief marriage, Michelle's dedication to her craft paid off. Her portrayal in Dillinger earned her a Golden Globe nomination for Most Promising Newcomer, a significant achievement in her budding acting journey. The recognition affirmed her ability to transcend her musical roots and establish herself as a promising talent in the competitive world of film. Michelle Phillips's story reflects resilience and determination in the face of early setbacks. Her journey from a minor role in The Last Movie to a Golden Globe nomination showcased her versatility and commitment to her newfound passion, cementing her presence in the dynamic realm of acting. Michelle Phillips, reflecting on her journey, fondly recalled the unwavering support from fellow actors such as Warren Oates, Ben Johnson, Cloris Leachman, Richard Dreyfuss, and Harry Dean Stanton. Her collaboration with Stanton blossomed into a lifelong friendship. In the same year, Michelle lent her vocal talents to the popular single Basketball Jones by Cheech and Chong, reaching number 15 on the Billboard Singles Chart in 1974. Not confined to music, Michelle ventured into the film industry, starring in the action-horror television film The California Kid, alongside Martin Sheen. Her cinematic appearances continued with a cameo in the 1975 film Shampoo, where she shared a party scene with her then-boyfriend Warren Beatty, whom she referred to as the love of her life. In 1975, Michelle Phillips took a significant step in her musical journey by signing a solo recording contract with A&M Records, marking a return to her musical roots. The following year, she released her debut solo single, No Love Today, featured on the soundtrack for the movie Mother, Jugs, and Speed. Michelle's journey embraced both music and acting, leaving an indelible mark on both realms of entertainment. Her versatile contributions showcased not only her musical prowess, but also her acting talents, creating a legacy that resonates in the hearts of those who appreciate the rich tapestry of her artistic endeavors. Continuing a solo journey. In 1977, Michelle Phillips made a big move in her music career with her first solo album, Victim of Romance, produced by Jack Nitzsche and released by A&M Records. Michelle, looking back, admitted she didn't feel confident enough as a singer earlier in her career to go solo. Despite acknowledging the superior talent of her bandmate Cass Elliot, she dove into every part of the album's creation, from recording to designing the cover. Despite her efforts, her first two singles from the album didn't do well on United States charts. Around the same time, Michelle also helped her former stepdaughter, Mackenzie Phillips, by singing backup vocals on Zulu Warrior for her ex-husband John Phillips's second solo album, Payak. This collaboration highlighted the enduring connections in their family. Not just sticking to music, Michelle ventured into film in 1977. She played Natasha Rambova, Rudolph Valentino's second wife, in Ken Russell's film Valentino. While the film got mixed reviews, with some praising early parts, others noted a bit of cynicism. Michelle Phillips continued navigating her diverse career, making her mark in both music and film during the late 1970s. Despite the initial challenges, her dedication to exploring new avenues showcased her commitment to artistic expression. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick, as we continue to unveil the not-so-told story of Michelle Phillips' journey at 80, a heartfelt exploration of her life. What thoughts have come to mind? Connect with the emotions and thoughts that arise as we uncover the heartfelt aspects of her life. Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas is now about 80. How she lives is sad, try not to gasp. Share your reflections in the comments below, igniting a meaningful conversation about the profound layers of her journey. What emotions surface as you contemplate Michelle Phillips's life? Do let us know below in the comment section below, and let's keep the conversation going. Another marriage. In 1978, Michelle married radio executive Robert Birch, marking a new chapter in her life. Sadly, their marriage was short-lived and ended in 1979. The same year, Michelle appeared in the film adaptation of Sidney Sheldon's novel Bloodline, alongside Audrey Hepburn and Ben Gazzara. Regrettably, the movie received negative reviews, criticizing Michelle's performance as drab. Despite setbacks, Michelle remained active in music, recording the song Forever for the soundtrack of the surf film California Dreaming. Interestingly, the film had no connection to her former group, despite the title's link to their famous song. During this period, Michelle started a relationship with actor Granger Hines. In 1982, she welcomed their son, Austin Deo Hines. Unfortunately, her relationship with Hines came to an end in 1984. In 1986, Michelle Phillips penned her autobiography titled California Dreaming: The True Story of the Mamas and the Papas. This literary endeavor emerged shortly after her former husband, John Phillips, released his autobiography, Papa John. Within the pages of her book, Michelle unveiled a tale of personal journey, recounting diverse experiences such as her initial encounter with Cass Elliot, a memorable triumph in a craps game in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and the narrative behind her writing credit on California Dreamin', a venture that commenced yielding royalties in 1987. Venturing beyond her musical legacy, Michelle Phillips made a substantial foray into television series. She assumed a prominent role in the popular series Knots Landing, where she brought to life the character Ann Matheson Sumner. Portraying a character characterized by constant scheming and influence, Michelle's depiction of Ann, the mother of Paige Matheson, played by Nicolette Sheridan, earned her a spot as a series regular starting in 1989. Her captivating performance resonated with audiences, sustaining its allure until the show's conclusion in 1993. On December 2, 1987, Michelle faced personal challenges when she got into legal trouble. She was arrested in Amar, Texas, for marijuana possession after being pulled over for speeding in a car with her boyfriend, Jeffrey Tower. The police found the marijuana during a vehicle search. Michelle Phillips was booked but later released on a $500 bond. Despite this incident, her musical talents continued to be in the spotlight. Career woman or what? In the late months of 1987, Michelle showcased her vocal prowess on Belinda Carlisle's studio album, Heaven on Earth, lending her talents to the backing vocals of the album's hit single, Heaven is a Place on Earth. The collaboration proved to be a success, with the single soaring on the charts the following year. Expanding her repertoire, Michelle ventured into acting, making a notable guest appearance in the first season episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation titled We'll Always Have Paris. In this episode, she skillfully portrayed Janice Mannheim, the wife of the scientist Paul Mannheim. Simultaneously, Michelle experienced a very key moment in her personal life during this period. On February 29, 1988, she and Jeffrey Tower announced their engagement. The couple also embraced a heartwarming decision to adopt and raise Aeon Wilson, a close friend of Michelle's son, Austin. Balancing her personal and professional life, Michelle continued to actively star in Knots Landing, while also taking on diverse roles in the world of film. This era marked a mixed chapter for Michelle, from her musical collaborations and acting ventures to significant personal milestones, including her engagement and the joyous decision to expand her family through adoption. Through it all, Michelle demonstrated her ability to navigate the complexities of both the entertainment industry and her evolving personal life. In 1989, Michelle had a supporting role in the gambling-themed film Let It Ride, alongside Richard Dreyfuss and Terry Garr. The Los Angeles Times described her performance as that of a captivating blonde in high society. She also appeared in the thriller Scissors in 1991, starring opposite Sharon Stone. Michelle portrayed the wife of a therapist treating a mentally unstable woman, adding depth to the suspenseful narrative. Following that, she played a supporting role as the wife of a former race car driver in the action thriller Joshua Tree 1993, alongside Dolph Lundgren. After the conclusion of Knots Landing in 1993, Michelle Phillips took on a leading role in the short-lived drama series Second Chances 1993 to 1994, co-starring with Connie Sellecca and Jennifer Lopez. Additionally, she starred in the 1993 television thriller film Rub Down, where she played a woman involved in a divorce plot, orchestrated by her husband, who paid someone to have an affair with her. Despite featuring steamy scenes, Rub Down received mixed reviews, with critics noting its cynicism and the lack of redemption or character development among the characters. This marked an eventful period for Michelle Phillips, showcasing her versatility in various roles across film and television. A Robbery Experience. Michelle Phillips encountered a traumatic event when she and her friend, Aloma Ichinose, fell victim to an armed robbery outside a West Hollywood, California restaurant. This distressing incident added a disconcerting chapter to Michelle's life. Despite the challenges, she persevered and maintained her presence in the entertainment industry. Throughout this period, Michelle continued to make appearances in television and film. In 1996, she took on the role of Laura Collins in the television drama film No One Would Tell, contributing to her extensive acting career in 1996. Additionally, Michelle lent her voice to the character Raven, a television host in Ralph Bakshi's home box office animated series Spicy City in 1997. Starting from 1997, Michelle embraced the role of Abby Malone, portraying the mother of Valerie Malone, played by Tiffany Thiessen, in the popular Fox series Beverly Hills 90210. This role provided her with a platform to showcase her acting talent to a broad audience. Concurrently, she reprised her earlier role as Anne Malone in the television film Knots Landing: Back to the Keswick, revisiting her iconic character from the Knots Landing series. Amidst her professional pursuits, Michelle underwent personal changes during this time. Despite facing challenges, she demonstrated resilience in both her career and personal life. Another separation. After parting ways with Tozer in 1996, Michelle Phillips embarked on a new romantic journey by dating plastic surgeon Steven Zacks in 1999. This marked a significant chapter in her personal life. From 1999 to 2000, she graced the television series The Magnificent Seven with a guest role. In this show, she skillfully portrayed Maud Standish, the mother of one of the seven characters, injecting depth into the storyline. As the new millennium unfolded, Michelle Phillips continued to contribute to various film projects. In 2002, she took on a supporting role in the comedy Jane White is Sick and Twisted, showcasing her versatility as an actress. Venturing into more controversial and thought-provoking territory, Phillips embraced a role in the gay-themed drama Harry plus Max in 2004, demonstrating her willingness to explore diverse narratives. Her presence extended to independent comedy as well, as seen in her role as a waitress in the 2006 film Unbeatable Harold. Michelle Phillips didn't confine herself to the big screen. Between 2001 and 2004, she made notable television appearances, securing a recurring role on the Warner Bros. Drama series Seventh Heaven. In this show, she portrayed Lily Jackson, the sister of the family matriarch Annie Jackson Camden, played by Catherine Hicks. Throughout this period, Michelle Phillips showcased her acting prowess, seamlessly transitioning between genres and mediums, leaving an indelible mark on both television and film. Her diverse roles and contributions underscore her enduring presence in the entertainment industry during the early 2000s. A resilient journey, but very challenging one. In 2009, Michelle Phillips left an indelible mark at the annual Television Land Awards, commemorating the 30th anniversary of Knots Landing. Her presence underscored the enduring popularity of the show, a testament to her lasting impact. Not confined to television, Phillips also ventured into global cinema with a minor role in the Norwegian historical film Betrayal, portraying the German occupation of Norway, showcasing her versatile talents. However, the narrative took a poignant turn in 2017 when tragedy struck. Steven Zacks, Michelle Phillips's partner of 18 years, passed away. This profound loss undoubtedly ushered in a significant and challenging chapter in her life. Navigating the complexities of grief, Phillips faced the pain of losing a long-term companion. Despite these personal challenges, Michelle Phillips's career and resilience persisted. The various facets of her journey, from celebrated television appearances to international film roles and personal tribulations, reveal a woman of enduring strength and versatility. The ebb and flow of her life's narrative, marked by both triumphs and heartaches, contribute to the multidimensional portrait of a seasoned artist and a resilient individual. Michelle Phillips appeared in Andrew Slater's documentary Echo in the Canyon, discussing the 1960s Laurel Canyon music scene. In the film, she reflects on her role in that transformative musical era, sharing insights with a new set, another generation of viewers. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.